Strongest taste, loudest drop, head is.
Hi everybody, so today's video is going to be a cruelty-free dupe video. Now I have not done these in over 2 years. I was recently asked if I can go ahead and do these again. I've actually been posting dupes in one of my Facebook groups and I was asked, hey, why don't you do these anymore? And I just basically, it's because I think I've really moved on from using brands that test on animals to the point where I don't really know what's going on with them anymore. Since I'm not purchasing them anymore, I really only have, I guess, over the years, more and more discontinued items that people may not recognize. Aside from that, 2 years ago, people were not really comfortable with cruelty-free cosmetics yet. It was perceived as being definitely a more judgmental lifestyle, and people didn't want to hear that their favorite brands weren't cruelty-free. It was a lot to take in. Now 2 years later, I would definitely say times have changed and I think people are more receptible to this type of video. But I am here to show you other options as well. And actually today I actually have really good vegan options, and I also have really good inexpensive options. Now over the years, MAC has produced some award-winning cult classic favorite colors that a lot of artists know and love and have now used for years and have repurchased for years. Reason being because they're sleek, they're reasonable, you get a lot of product. The only real complaint I've really noticed with people, some people think it's a high-end product. It's kind of mid-range. It really just depends on your price point and what you're willing to spend on a particular item, whether you consider something high-end or not. So it's really just open for interpretation. And then the other complaint with this, aside from pricing and everything, of course, is people who can afford any gloss that they want think that these are quite sticky. Also, a lot of people believe that the MAC face products are also quite heavy. So some of the reasons I do like natural, cruelty-free and organic makeup is we don't run into that problem as much today, and I'm actually really highly in love with these. They're the Pacifica Enlightened glosses. This is the Nourishing Mineral Lip Shine. These are made with coconuts and they have antioxidants in them. And this beautiful color Opal is actually a dupe. Opal, creamy peachy nude, so it'll look great on a lot of skin tones, and it's actually the component to Bubble Lounge. This is the lip jelly. It is very similar to Resort Life, but Opal is definitely a little closer to this color. And there is a difference. I'm not going to lie and say, oh, these are so identical, but considering what formulas MAC produces with their ingredients and what formulas another brand will produce with their ingredients, it's hard to get an identical MAC here. That a lot of people who know MAC love is Pink Lemonade. This is a really gorgeous opaque cream pink coral. Really perfect creamy pink color, and it is a dupe of the Pacifica Enlightened gloss in the shade Pink Coral. Pink Lemonade on the top, the more opaque one, and the Pacifica Enlightened gloss in Pink Coral sitting on the bottom. Now the good thing about the Pacifica Enlightened gloss is being a little bit more sheer is, okay, yes, they are more sheer, but also it's a gloss. Yes, it's a given it's going to be more sheer, but also that slightly more sheared out kind of color, it does allow for the product to not be as tacky and sticky, which is the key complaint with the MAC glosses. So non-sticky fabulousness means your hair is not going to be all up in your face. The next color is MAC Lipglass in Wildly Refined. This is limited edition color, and it came out with MAC Fabulous Felines. Yes, it was marketed towards cat lovers. Go figure, it's not exactly cruelty-free. Another Pacifica gloss. We're gonna have a lot of Pacifica today, so watch out. And it is the Pacifica gloss in the shade Nudist to Wildly Refined. Wildly Refined is more copper. It's right there on top. Nudist has more of a pink undertone, so it'll be more forgivable when it's on your lips. It's not gonna give you yellow teeth. And I'm not going to go ahead once again and say that this is identical, but this is the closest I was able to find. We are duping MAC Cultured Gloss. Come to find that Pacifica gloss in the shade Beach Kiss is that really perfect, yummy bubblegum pink. It's not something that's going to have to melt down or become, you know, less like... Sometimes with the MAC Dazzle glasses, you'll notice you have to avoid pressing your lips together and rubbing them together, and that's because they get gritty and they leave this really funny silver streak across your lips. With these Pacifica glasses, the glitter is really smooth and gentle and soft, and you don't see that horrible crusty glitter lip junk. I have here is a cult classic, if there ever was one, MAC Little Vi luster glass. Everybody loves these luster glasses. I love them. I love the formulation of them. But I have actually come to find this really cool brand, and I actually like these lip jelly tubes more. I find them more sanitary, more makeup artist friendly, and it is Love and Toast's Lip Glaze in Misbehaving. And I know some people don't like these jellies because they find them very sheer. This one by no means is sheer. Right there on the bottom, and little 6 or little Vi, whatever you want to call it. It's open for interpretation. MAC artists have not really said either way. Okay, so the next color in here, I used to be a Dazzle Glass fan, I'm not gonna lie. If you know how to wear glittery, chunky, monkey funky lip glazes, they actually make your lips look really full and like glass. So they're kind of amazing that way. A lot of people don't like them though, and that's because you tend to get more glitter than you get gloss. Pacifica gloss in the shade Ravish is its pretty much near identical component. And what I like about the Pacifica one is you get a little bit more of that dusty nude color. So here is MAC Dazzle Glass in Roman Holiday. The overall basis of this gloss is about the same, but like I said, because you get a lot more glitter with the Dazzle glasses, you're of course going to see less opacity in here. Let's kind of break it up and start in a new category before we get to the last one with a cream blush. This is MAC's cream color base in the shade Fabulous. This looks great on African American women, Hispanic women, and with the light hand this looks great on Caucasian women as well, and it would look great on you know, skin tones that have peach or red underneath them, or even yellow. It's kind of like a cream version of MAC Orgasm. I mean, of NARS Orgasm, MAC Orgasm. Now you know I haven't been purchasing any products that test on animals, because that was just a major idiotic faux pas there on my part. NARS Orgasm. And I have found a new shop that I actually think I can get really into. I'm actually wearing it on my cheeks today, and it is the Silk Naturals Cream Blush in Panache. I know what you're thinking, that looks like a lipstick. They basically just should cross-market these as a 3-in-1 product, and I would agree with you, except the texture of this is so like a blush. It's like it dries to like a cream to powder. It is an indie company, so of course the packaging has a simplicity to it. I think whenever formulators have to hand melt their own things, they kind of go for what's going to stay in the package well. And right there is Silk Naturals Panache, the cream blush, and it is actually a lot more vivid. You'd have to pack on way more of this cream color base from MAC, and then you'd just have a sticky face. I will be getting more of those. That's a new indie line I discovered. And for the record, I'm very particular when it comes to my indie brands because a lot of them have come to me where they've leaked, they've popped open in the mail. I didn't get my full order. It took weeks on end without anybody mentioning anything to me. So I am super particular when it comes to indie lines with, and their customer service or smaller websites. I'm now showing MAC Lipstick in Vegas Volt. This is a huge favorite among MAC fans, MAC fiends. So this is Silk Naturals B52 Organic Lipstick, and it is beautiful dupe of Vegas Volt. And I honestly, I almost forgot which one is B52. This is B52. It's a little pinker. More people will actually use B52 for that little hint of pink difference, because once again, orange lipsticks, not so forgivable when it comes to your teeth. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing with you the MAC's Blooming Lovely. This is Liberty of London. And a lot of people love this. This was sold out everywhere, and it is a beautiful creamy lavender color. A lot of people bought this and then they were like, I don't know how to wear it. I saw a lot of people trying to wear it and I just wasn't like sold on it in that sense. This looks gorgeous over a pink lip liner. Found Zuzu Luxe. I actually really like the packaging. I wasn't sure how I felt about it at first, but this is my first Zuzu Luxe lipstick. And it is the shade Ultraviolet. And it's got like a blue iridescence. Somebody who's trying to find a simplicity or wearability to a intense lipstick, I think you'll actually prefer Ultraviolet, and that is the slightly sheer glossy looking one right there on the other side. One more item and I promise I'm gone. So for those of you who like MAC mineralized skin finishes, you might be more than well aware that they are quite expensive. They run up to $30 a pop. I have here the shade By Candlelight. This was limited edition for Warm and Cozy, one of my favorite warm toned collections that came out in the winter. And I think after that collection came out, everybody was like, warm tones in the winter, of course. Just soothes you up and warms you up, makes you feel like you had a big cup of hot chocolate. Before then, I think icy tones were like the thing to do in the winter. Now, Pumpkin and Poppy recently released the Inner Glow Powder in Celestial. This actually has a really cool new ingredient in here, boron nitride and boron oxide, which is what makes this powder very creamy and very smooth and very beautiful on the skin. Now, these Inner Glow powders are actually supposed to be a lower end, or should I say more affordable end, of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting blushes, which actually are cruelty-free, but they're very expensive. This is an $11 product versus the Hourglass ones, which are $45. So Celestial, and this is actually supposed to be very similar to Dim. You could see that light glow right there, but I'm actually going to be duping it to something I have on hand right here. And here's By Candlelight. I think it's very similar to that, but of course the finish is not the same. This is actually much heavier and glittery. The finish with these is actually the same as the Hourglass Ambient Lighting blushes. So that is it for today's dupes, and I think I'm going to be getting some different lip products, more glosses and more face powders to kind of dupe those two different lines as well, and I'll keep on going with this. If you like this type of video, please be sure to thumbs it up. Leave a comment below telling me if you liked it, what you liked about it, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.